Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, graduands, and good morning, auditorium, and good morning, lounge. We're all together in spirit. It's an absolute full house today. Welcome to your graduation ceremony. We will begin in a minute, but first, a couple of announcements for everybody's benefit and enjoyment. If there is a fire alarm, we will take it seriously. We will evacuate. There are doors at either side here and at the rear. And in the auditorium and the lounge, people will guide you out of the building. If we have to exit, please move right away from the building to let everybody get out in good order. Thank you. The ceremony will begin in a moment with an academic procession, and I will ask you to stand. Please remain standing until after the opening prayer, and you will be asked to sit. During the ceremony, you are very welcome to take photographs. Please just stand where you are. Please don't try and move around the space. It could get a little chaotic. And there's plenty of opportunities through the day for photographs. Please put all your phones on silent, especially if you're using them. After the ceremony, everybody is welcome to the reception afterwards. There are drink vouchers for complimentary drinks, and there's a free copy of the Yorkshire Evening Post for every family with everybody's names in today. That's on reception. And finally, a couple of things. It's quite formal, and judging by the conversations I've overheard this morning, you're probably a little bit nervous. But it's a celebration, and you are not just allowed, you are encouraged to make a lot of noise. You can cheer and whistle, you can whoop and holler, and that goes for you in the auditorium and the lounge. We've had a great atmosphere all week. You are our last ceremony. Do not let me down. And just to get you warmed up, one last thing. There are thank yous through the speeches, but one person who's not a member of staff and therefore just gets forgotten is this man here, who plays for an hour before the ceremonies. He sits on a very hard bench with no back throughout every speech and every ceremony with a smile on his face, and then plays a brilliant piece of music to finish. So, a big cheer for Tom. Thank you. Please stand for the procession.
The opening prayer. Lord God, we pray in thanksgiving for bringing us safely to this day and for all those who have made this journey possible. Bless those who graduate today. May they know your great love for them, and may they seek goodness, beauty, and truth in all that they do. May they use their many gifts wisely and generously, and for the greater good of the whole human family. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Please be seated.
I invite Mr. Ian Burrell, Chair of the Board of Governors, to open the ceremony.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the Academic Procession, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Board of Governors of Leeds Trinity University, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to your graduation ceremony. Today's graduation ceremony is an occasion that you and your family and friends will never forget, and rightly so. Your degree represents a significant step forward in your life. It will create opportunities and pathways that may not otherwise have been available to you. You all took a very important step in planning your education and laying the foundations for your career by choosing to study here at Leeds Trinity. By graduating today, you will create more opportunities for your working life. It is now again up to you to take the next step in your career with the same resolve and determination. We hope that you have all enjoyed your special day and that the memories of your time here at Leeds Trinity University will inspire you to even greater achievement. With that positive thought, it gives me great pleasure to officially declare the ceremony open. I would like to invite our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Margaret House, to give her welcoming address. Thank you.
Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, distinguished guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and especially you, our graduates. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the last of our 2018 summer graduation ceremonies. This week there's another especially you, and that's to say a very special and a very warm welcome to our new Chancellor, Deborah McAndrew, who is attending her first week of graduation ceremonies here at Leeds Trinity. Welcome, Deborah. Today we're here to celebrate the success of all of you graduating from our Institute of Childhood and Education in primary education, earlier and later years. This ceremony officially marks the formal completion of your studies and the beginning of fresh challenges, as most of you will start your professional careers. What you have achieved should not be underestimated. Intellectually and mentally demanding, studying for a degree requires a great deal of hard work, perseverance, and determination. When you all started your journey with us, you'd chosen a course that would not only change your life, but also the lives of those that you will go on to teach and support. And although I have no doubt that the teacher training and alternative placements were perhaps at times demanding, I hope they were also rewarding, inspiring, and enjoyable. Studying for a degree is also a major personal commitment and investment in your future, one of the biggest you will ever make. It demonstrates confidence and belief in your abilities and future prospects, and following years of hard work and dedication, you've done it. And today is a day of joy and celebration. And it's my pleasure and honour to be celebrating with you. And I know I speak for everyone here when I say just how proud we are of each and every one of you. But today is also about the people who've supported you throughout your educational journey. Parents, carers, grandparents, aunts, uncles, children, husbands, wives, partners, teachers and friends. You've all been there for our graduates throughout their entire education journey, a journey which started long before Leeds Trinity University, and I'm absolutely delighted to see so many of you here with us to join in their celebration today. Your contribution to their achievement has been invaluable, and I would personally like to thank each and every one of you for always being there for our graduates during their time with us. Thank you. So graduates, it's time now for you to stand, to turn, to face your family and friends and your supporters, and to join with me in showing just how grateful we are for the support they've given you. It wasn't bad. But really, for the last ceremony, I'm sure you can really knock socks off the rest of the week. Really show them how grateful you are. Thank you. I'm also honoured to share the sanctuary with another group of people who played a significant role in your success. These are my colleagues, your lecturers and tutors, who've been there for you throughout your studies, supporting you and providing you with knowledge and inspiration. We must also acknowledge the contribution of our professional and support staff, without whom the delivery of your degree programmes, placements, all sorts of events like today simply would not be possible. I'm incredibly proud of the academic, professional and support staff at Leeds Trinity University. They work hard to ensure your success, and it's fitting that we again show our appreciation to them for their efforts. And this time I would like the staff in the sanctuary, in the chapel, and indeed in the auditorium, if they would all stand. And again, please join with me in showing our appreciation. Today there's one final person whose contribution to both your success and the success of the university as a whole must be acknowledged. Mr. Ian Burrell steps down from his position as Chair of the Board of Governors at the end of this month, following 9 years as first a board member and for the last 5 years as Chair. The responsibilities and indeed liabilities of both members and chairs of governing bodies have increased enormously in recent years. These positions are voluntary, and I know that Ian has given the university an inordinate amount of time over the years to support you, to support me, and to support the university as a whole. So again, can I ask everyone please to join with me in showing our appreciation to Ian Burrell. I'm also very proud of you, our graduates, and when we asked your lecturers to nominate students who had excelled during their time here, we were overwhelmed by the response. There are so many of you that I could speak about. However, I'd like to take the opportunity to mention just a few students whose stories particularly stood out for me. First of all, Stella Robinson, who graduates with a degree in primary education early years, is a credit to herself and to the university. Stella's sense of humour and fun character has stood out in the class-based sessions, along with her resilience, hard work and dedication, which has been relentless. Stella is and will be a fantastic teacher and is an inspiration to us all. So well done, Stella. Mature student Laura Quinlan, who graduates with a degree in primary education in later years, first volunteered in a school before training as a teaching assistant. It was during this time that she gained the qualifications to come to Leeds Trinity, and her work in religious education and arts demonstrates a breadth of knowledge and understanding of the human condition that will engage, enthuse and motivate pupils' imagination throughout her school. So well done, Laura. And finally, Katie Louise Griffin has overcome so much adversity, including personal loss and family illness, but has demonstrated huge resilience in her school placements. She has a strong work ethic and deserves this qualification in recognition of her sheer hard work and determination. So well done, Katie Louise. But of course, we're proud of all of you, and as you take the next steps in your career, we are proud to be welcoming you to your next phase of your relationship with us. Leeds Trinity is your university and will be here for you whenever you need us, when you're looking for your next job, if your skills need refreshing, and if you're ready for your next academic challenge. You are joining a global community of over 25,000 Leeds Trinity graduates. They, like you, are exceptional individuals, working in all sorts of organisations around the world as teachers, head teachers, speech and language therapists, support workers, early year foundation stage leaders, and so on. And so as you graduate today, your future is bright and your opportunities are limitless. Your degree has provided you with knowledge, professional experience, and highly sought-after graduate-level skills. The vocational focus of your degree has given you the best possible opportunity to be ready for the challenges of teaching. And throughout your time with us, you have become independent adults, more rounded individuals, and hopefully you've made friends for life. You've maybe even met your future partner. These life experiences are just as important as the academic merits of a degree, and I'm sure I speak for everyone here when I say it has been a pleasure to watch you develop and grow into inspiring individuals with bright futures ahead of you. We're also taking the opportunity this week to mark the involvement of a number of individuals who've made a significant contribution to the success of the university over the years by the award of our honorary fellowship. At this ceremony, we honour Stephanie Burrus. Whilst Leeds Trinity University has developed and grown over the last 50 years, one thing remains constant: our complete commitment to developing highly employable graduates who are able to make a significant and lasting contribution to society. It's why 95% of our graduates last year were in work or further study 6 months after graduating. It's why we are in the top mainstream university in Yorkshire and in the top 20 nationally for student satisfaction and teaching quality. And it's why we're ranked 4th nationally in the Guardian League table for value added, a rating which compares student degree results with their entry qualifications to show how effectively they have been taught and supported at university. It's why this university exists, and it's why we're so proud of you all on this your special day. So today we celebrate the success of you, our 2018 graduands. Everyone at Leeds Trinity appreciates that life is far from easy for today's students. Learning is a personal challenge. All of you will have faced your own particular challenges, and all of you have overcome them. Your family and friends will have supported you. Many of you will have had to work to pay your way through your studies. All of you will have made sacrifices to ensure your success today. So finally, please remember this moment and this day. Remember the people who are around you and who've been with you on your journey. Remember the people who've supported you and contributed to your achievement and your success. Everyone here at Leeds Trinity is immensely proud of you and of your success. Look to the future with optimism and take your talents out to the world. You are all exceptional people. Congratulations, well done, and good luck.
I now invite the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ray Lloyd, to read the citation for the award of Fellow of the University.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you Stephanie Burrus, CBE, social entrepreneur, business founder and chief executive of a head partnership. Born and raised near Blackpool, she has always had an ambition to make a difference. Stephanie volunteered as a teenager, took a gap year to work in a hospital in Kenya, and consistently engaged in corporate volunteering programmes when pursuing her career in the law, a career she began after graduating from St Catherine's College, Cambridge, and qualifying as a solicitor. In 1996, she moved to Leeds and worked her way up to become a partner at an international law firm, but was struck by the pressing social issues and division in the city. So, in 2004, Stephanie left the corporate world to establish Leeds Ahead, an ethical business venture aiming to ameliorate social and economic inequalities in Leeds. She's tackled everything from unemployment and teenage pregnancies to corporate volunteering days and the government's drive to promote the big society. In 2011, Leeds Ahead launched Make the Grade, a programme designed to help schools and businesses work together to inspire, motivate and raise the aspirations of young people. In 2013, the programme received £1 million from the Big Lottery Fund to develop and expand. By 2015, it had launched in Birmingham and London, and in 2017 expanded across Leeds and Sheffield. Now, in its 7th year, Make the Grade helps even more young people understand more about the working world and inspires them to achieve. It operates in 280 schools nationwide and supports and inspires over 60,000 young people every year. Throughout Stephanie's career, she's been a keen representative of the city. In 2011, she was appointed to the board of the Leeds City Region and Local Enterprise Partnership, which she served until 2017. From 2013, she chaired the Leeds City Region Employment and Skills Panel. She sits on the International Advisory Board of the Leeds University Business School, is a Fellow of the Royal Society of Arts and Leadership Fellow at St George's House, Windsor. In 2014, Stephanie was awarded a CBE in the Queen's Birthday Honours List for services to businesses in Yorkshire. In the last 10 years, Leeds Ahead, renamed Ahead Partnership in 2013, has worked with over 2,000 businesses and partner organisations, supported the creation of hundreds of new jobs and helped well over 200,000 people to connect to new opportunities. Stephanie has always been very supportive of Leeds Trinity University and our ambition to develop students academically, professionally and personally. Since 2011, her organisation has worked collaboratively with us to create professional placement opportunities for many of our students. More recently, Stephanie has helped develop and deliver the In Leeds graduate retention events to encourage graduates to stay and work in Leeds, contributing to the city's ambition for a prosperous future. Without doubt, Stephanie has been pivotal to the success of the Ahead Partnership, but typically humble, she says it is the support of her partners across the city and the dedication of her colleagues that has enabled the organisation to flourish. Her dedication to social justice, contribution to the city and determination to make a difference makes Stephanie a truly worthy recipient of this honorary fellowship.
We now move to the conferment of the awards for our graduates. I invite Miss Millie Pratt to present awards from the Institute of Childhood and Education.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Primary Education, Early Years, I present Zara Ahmed. Bridget Atchison. Sadia Akhtar. Libby Alsop. Samantha Barker. Kirsty Beale. Melissa Berry. box. Natalie Brooker. Leah Brown. Kia Birkinshaw. Melissa Calvert. Chloe Campbell. Amy Chandler. Eleanor Chin. Jessica Clark. Hayley Colquhoun. Amy Cook. Jack Cresswell. Bethany Dolman. Lauren Eccles. Sam Ferrant. Holly Fielden. Javier Filer. Megan Fitzgerald. Anisha Gibson Vasani. Jade Gornell. Jenna Gray. Molly Gretchick. Charlie Green. Katie Louise Griffin. Jennifer Groves. Katie Haller. Abigail Handley. Katie Harker. Lucy Harrison. Madeline Henning. Celine Hetherington. Rebecca Hislop. Katie Hodgson. Eleanor Hodkinson. Charlie Illingworth. Faye Jeffels. Laura Langston. The following graduand is also the recipient of the Institute of Childhood and Education Prize, Jenny Lewis. Jessica Lynch. Chloe Manning. Bethany Margison. Ruth Martin. Abigail McGill. Lucy Moncaster. Elizabeth Muddyman. Rebecca Noble. Simone Oldcorn. Olivia Pardo. Jessica Pickering. Alana Paul. The following graduand is also the recipient of the Programme Prize, Lauren Rawding. Lauren Marie Richardson. Jessica Ridley. Anna Robinson. Stella Robinson. Tanvir Samra. Charlotte Senior. Rebecca Solari. Paige Sproul. Melissa Terrence. Chloe Warburton. Shannon Watkin. Laura Watson. Lauren Wareham. Kate Wilkins. Ellie Williams. Hannah Woodcock-Shaw. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Primary Education, later years, I present Natalie Allen. Amy Bell. Molly Bloomfield. Ruth Brammer. Charlotte Brown. Katie Chambers. Daisy Christie. Joseph Connolly. Melissa Crossland. Stephanie De Silva. Katie Daniels. Rachel Dedicote. Megan Derbyshire. Louise Fahy. Sean Fenn. Hannah Fox. James Garlick. Heather Gray. Hannah Griffith. Jenna Harvey. Megan Arton Book. Amy Kane. Elizabeth Larson. Megan March. Anna Marsden. Dennis Marwood. Freya McAndrew. Sarah Macbeth. Brooke McHale. Gemma Newton. Alice O'Connell. Rebecca Parkinson. Jake Phipps Melenda. Sarah Plowman. Sarah Pritchard. George Purdy. Laura Quinlan. Georgia Riley. Bethany Robson. Jamie Rowe. Jessica Saunders. Megan Scanlon. Francesca Simpson. Erin Smith. Bethany Taylor. Alexander Ethan Threadgold. Chloe Tingay. Keisha Walker. Jessica Warwick. Georgia Welsham. Victoria Webb. Brodie Webster. Sophie Widows. Michael Williams. Elizabeth Wilson. The following graduate is also the recipient of the programme prize, Chelsea Victoria Summerscales. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation of awards and prizes from the Institute of Childhood and Education.
I now invite the Chancellor, Mrs. Deborah McAndrew, to give her address.
Thank you very much. Vice-Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, fellow academia, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduates. It's been a fantastic pleasure and a privilege to have been present yesterday and today for the first time at graduation. Leeds Trinity University is a place that has connections for me going way back to my school days within the Catholic community here in Leeds. And it's been a wonderful surprise and a delight to find myself now serving as Chancellor. And it's especially pleasurable today for me to be presenting the future teachers with their awards, as I trained to be a teacher, and education has always been such an important part of my life, and it's a great honour for me to present you with your awards specifically today. So congratulations. Over the past 3 or 4 or maybe more years, you've been on a huge journey. It's been a lot of hard work, I know, but university life isn't just about studies, is it? Whether you came here straight from school or whether you've entered this phase of your education at a later stage in your life, it's also about transition. And that brings its own particular challenges. Only you individually know what those challenges have been. But you're here. You did it. Well done. The fact that you're here today means you're already successful. But all of you, I'm sure, will now be looking to the next phase of your life and hoping to make that a success too. And I'm sure that you've been given lots of support, advice and encouragement by your lecturers, by the career team here, and by your friends and family. And it's part of my brief today to impart some wisdom to you myself. No pressure. So I've been thinking back to my own graduation from the University of Manchester. which was way back in the last century. Like today and all this week, it was very hot. And that means that for 30 years now, my flushed, slightly sweaty graduation photograph has been gurning at me from a prominent position in my parents' house. Here's my first piece of advice, therefore. If you haven't already had your official picture done, before you do, splash some water on your face, comb your hair, and ladies, check that your shirt isn't gaping and showing your bra. Yeah, it's a really, really good photograph. So since my graduation and my postgraduate days, the world, I think, has changed beyond recognition, including the world of work, even for you as teachers. I'm sure I remember that back in the 1980s, there was still a sense for most people of a defined career path. And I don't really think that that's the case now, even in education. So although I'm wary of proffering advice based on my own very weird, strange portfolio career, I think there is something about the fluctuating freelance experience that I've had that could speak to you now in the 21st century as you enter the employment culture. The thing that served me best over the years and has led to the most surprising and the most interesting experiences is openness. It takes confidence, or in my case probably extreme naivety, to be open to the opportunities around you. You get better at it through practice. And it also means letting go a little bit of the need to be in control. I suppose what it boils down to is not being so fixed on any distant goal or far-off future that you fail to notice and to be inspired by and to respond to what's right under your nose. In life, all of us end up somewhere we never expected. Me, standing here talking to you now, is a case in point. So embrace the randomness of life. Roll with it, and it will reward you. And if you need to be in control, just take ownership of the very next task that is before you. Do the job that's nearest. Do it well. Do it with all your heart. And the next thing will be along right behind it. So be open, be flexible, and when something comes to you randomly out of the ether, say yes. That's not to say, of course, that you shouldn't have personal goals. Of course you should. But as you leave education and become an active agent in society, keep sight of the fact that your private ambitions impact on the world. When you consider for yourselves and evaluate your success in life as you go along, don't forget to include your aspirations for the kind of world you want to live in, because ambition doesn't just stretch upwards, it reaches outwards. And there's no more important a world in which to think about that than in education. Always make the choice that feels right for you, however the world and the rest of people may judge it, because nobody else can see you getting up in the morning and looking at your to-do list. Are those things you want to do? Are they things you want to do well? Set medium and long-term goals, but make as many decisions as possible around what that choice will make your day look like. I promise you, you'll find that the years are short, but the days are long. Those days are what make up your life. Expect to be surprised. Expect that things will take an unexpected turn. Expect that there will be forks in the road. Prepare for those moments by nurturing the values that are embedded in the mission of this university, of which you are now alumni. I'm very, very proud to be addressing you today, and I look forward to hearing about your progress in the future. I wish you luck, I wish you success and happiness, and many glad surprises. Thank you.
I now invite Jenny Lewis, a student of the graduating cohort, to give the vote of thanks.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, respected lecturers and fellow graduates. It's my greatest honour to stand here today and deliver this speech of thanks on behalf of us. And I'd like to thank the Institute of Childhood and Education for giving me this opportunity. When I was at school, which was, I admit, longer ago for me than for a lot of you, I found it difficult. I was one of those children who struggled with literacy and maths, and I was bullied. There was one teacher, Mrs. T, who looked after me. She gave up half an hour every Wednesday and Friday lunchtime for years to support me with my spelling and handwriting. And not only, looking back, did she help me with my English, but she also built my confidence and shielded me from the worst of the day. Many of us can remember a special teacher that made a difference to our lives. And as I look out at all of you, my friends and colleagues, I know that we too can be that special teacher for a child. Many of you have always known that you wanted to teach. This wasn't the case for me. It took me many years to find my calling. Completing any degree is a challenge. I know that well. I dropped out the first 2 times. And everyone graduating today has achieved something incredible. We've all, I'm sure, had moments when we thought, I can't do this, I'm not good enough. And yet we've all survived and thrived at Leeds Trinity University. So today, I'm delighted to express our thanks to all the people who supported us. We are fortunate to have attended a university that strives to make itself the best it can be for its students. I'm sure you'll agree with me that even when things weren't ideal, everyone, including the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, actively sought feedback from us, gave us opportunities to express our views, and then acted upon the results. Thank you, Professor Lord. We've benefited from talented lecturers who delivered an excellent combination of pedagogy and curriculum-based knowledge in engaging, practical ways, such as our fantastic maths lessons with Wendy and Jenny's music and PE. In preparing this speech, I sought the views of other graduates who told me of the excellent support they've received from Vanessa, Megan, Diana and Amanda, to name but a few, and I'd like to echo those words. Caroline in particular should be mentioned for the support, advice and encouragement she provides to us all, not just in lectures, but in any way she can. And of course, I couldn't say thank you without saying thank you to Pauline as well. So thank you very much. We've also been lucky enough to study at an institution that provides a wide range of experiences. Some of my most memorable lectures, and those which I learnt the most from, were from invited speakers. Field trips, visits to schools and museums, and our alternate placements all added to our experience and to our happy memories. I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks that despite being one of the hardest things I have ever done, the experiences I gained on placement within the structure and support of Leeds Trinity have been invaluable in developing me as a teacher and helping me secure my first teaching post. I would also like to extend our collective thanks to the team at the Learning Hub and the Libraries team. The Learning Hub is an outstanding resource which isn't available at all universities, and I know that I and others have benefited greatly from their knowledgeable advice and to help us improve our assignments. Likewise, the Libraries team have always been on hand to help find a journal or a classroom resource. Lastly, I'd like to mention the pastoral support we have received. I wouldn't even have completed my first week if it wasn't for Emma in Student Support Finance helping me battle the Student Loans Company. Before the course formally started, there was support for mature students like me to settle back into education. Those of you that lived on campus in the first year
talk about how it was a family-like atmosphere, which was inclusive and fun, and how this was in no small way thanks to the Students' Union, who helped with settling in and being there for you when you were homesick or things weren't going quite right. The activities they organised, particularly in the first few weeks, gave us the opportunity to form friendships which helped us make it through the challenging times. These friendships will endure, and I'm honoured to have met others who share my passion for children's education and their futures. It's reassuring to know that our children are being taught by such talented and dedicated individuals who want to make a difference. This brings to mind a story by Lauren Isley that I'd like to share. You might know it. It goes something like this. One day, an old man was walking along a beach that was littered with thousands of starfish that had been washed ashore with the high tide. As he walked, he came upon a young boy who was eagerly throwing starfish back into the ocean, one by one. Puzzled, the man looked at the boy and asked, What are you doing? Without looking up from his task, the boy simply replied, I'm saving these starfish, sir. The man chuckled aloud, Son, there are thousands of starfish and only one of you. What difference can you make? The boy picked up a starfish, gently tossed it into the water, and turning to the man said, I made a difference to that one. With the skills, knowledge and confidence and love for education that's been nurtured in us here at Leeds Trinity, we can be that difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny, for a great speech. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the ceremony. You are all invited to the reception in the atrium. And please may I now ask you to stand for the academic procession.